in our second English Spotlight on the Expert, I'm very pleased to have Iwan. I've never pronounced your last name, so please, while you give us a very good introduction, don't be humble about yourself. Tell me how to pronounce your last name.
My name is Iwan Hoogendoorn.
Okay.
So it's a very difficult name for...
It's not too bad. Tell us about you and especially how you started in IT and how you ended up in VMworld 2016.
Yeah, so I started as an IT engineer around 16 years ago. And I originally studied for goldsmith or jewelry, so making rings and necklaces. Well, it started at cool, but eventually my dad bought a computer for me, and I was more busy with the computer.
Okay.
And eventually I
started to take your time.
Yeah, I started to take my time. Eventually I started doing programming, system engineering. I went from system engineering to network engineering, and that was the thing that I really loved.
Okay.
So I became a network engineer. I think I can say that I was a very good one.
Okay.
And then I suddenly started interested in virtualization, and I think that interest started 3 years ago for virtualization, and well, eventually I started working, or I certified myself for VCP, DCV. That's where it all started, and
I'll stop you because you're glossing over a very important detail. You're not just a good networking guy, you're a CCIE.
I am a CCIE, that's correct. I've done multiple tracks, and I've been successful in multiple tracks. I'm a six-time CCIE, that's correct. And I'm, I don't really like,
I told you not to be humble.
Yes, I'm a CCIE, yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
But to be a CCIE, it's very hard work.
Yeah.
It took me I did 6 of them, and it took me like 10 years in total to do 6 of them. And eventually, the networking field, I did a lot of things there, so I started to look for something new, and that was virtualization.
So virtualization caught your eye, and you said, I want to grow in this?
Yeah, I really wanted to be part of this, and so I started certifying myself. That's the first step. And last year, in 2015, I started attending VMworld in Barcelona, and that was my first VMworld ever. Met a lot of great people, and that was basically, for me it was like I just want to be part of this, and I started studying for the network virtualization track N6, because what else am I going to do? Well, yeah, if I'm a network guy, so yeah, network virtualization was the next best step.
And I'll tell the audience, if they don't know, go to VCDX-NV.com.
Yeah.
Iwan is the only person I know of that has made a full video study guide with the whole lab by himself. And that's something that even in the virtualization community, where you have all of these V experts pumping out content, it's unheard of. So you can imagine how good the community feels that you've joined us, right?
It took a lot of time to create it. I eventually, there was nothing out there, I should say yourself, and I really, for me personally, I really wanted to have something like that for myself, and for myself, it would be a great help. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to create it for everybody else who's going to study for it, and then eventually it worked out well. I finished it, which was a good thing.
Yes, it is. And especially for me, which I'm expecting to take it someday. So knowing that it's finished, this is great.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing. So yeah, so that's basically my
your modus operandi. You set a goal, and you go ahead and you're really good at setting goals and persevering until you get them.
It's basically all about discipline. So this was basically that was my from 16 years ago up until now, and now I'm at VMworld 2016, and
Well, could you give us? We talked a little about setting goals, putting discipline, but you have really achieved a lot of things that people don't achieve. So give us some more tips for people that want to get to this level.
Yeah. So one golden tip is to never give up, and this is kind of it's one of my life motto, I guess. Never give up. That's one of the things, and if you want something, it can always be achieved. For me personally, if I but my wife hates this actually. If I see something or I want something or I want to do something, she knows it's going to be done.
Yeah.
If I cannot do it with a straight line, I will go around it. I will find a way to do it. And I mean, this is probably one of my good qualities. Can also be seen as a bad quality. But so never give up and be structured. Be structured because if you have a goal for studying, for example, right now I'm studying for the VCDX-NV track, which is obviously the next. My next step. Not sure if I'm going to pass it in one go, but I'm at least going to try for it.
But you'll persevere. Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to get it.
At some point.
At some point, I'm definitely going to get it. I'm that arrogant to say that because it's going to be like that.
No, I think with all your past goals,
yeah.
you can get that confidence.
Yeah. So that's my next goal, and the way how I always I take a structured approach. So look at the blueprint, see the topics. Copy paste the blueprint into an Excel document, make a timetable next to it with dates and weeks, and make things green if you already done it before. Use that Excel to also keep a track record of a useful blog of that specific topic, and eventually you will get one big Excel document where you just can, if you need a reference, you can just click on the link and then you go back, or you can keep track of that. And that is the way to go. I mean, keep it structured and never give up.
All right, excellent. Well, Iwan, we don't have much time here in this booth because obviously I would love to have like a half an hour conversation with you, but I really want you to leave some contact information, some public channels that people can reach out to you if they're looking for help. They're looking at this video, they're saying, I really want to ask this guy a question.
Yeah, so you can reach me on the internet. I have a few websites, but my main website is www.i-1.nl. So the number 1, i-1.nl. And you can also reach me on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is i1WAN.
All right, excellent.
That's it.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Ariel.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.